Greetings, alumni. My name is Mark Bonica. I am the current chair of the Department of Health Management and Policy, and I am long remiss in getting you a update about what's going on in the department with our programs and a little bit of insight into what's going on at UNH. So I'm going to try to run through this fairly quickly for you, and would love to hear back from you if you have thoughts or suggestions or would like to be more involved. So first, this past spring, we graduated the class of 25, 24 fabulous students. In case you can't tell from the image, all young ladies headed out to the field, all doing great things. They were fabulous to have, and we missed them. We also graduated our last five part-time MPH students, and I'll talk to that some more later, but they're off doing great things as well. Um, in this past summer, we had 25 rising seniors who will be the class of 26, 100% paid internships, thanks to many of you who have helped either as preceptors or help create opportunities. So thank you to you all. So this is the fourth year now running where 100% of our grads have had paid internships, and these are the locations they were at. And we welcomed the class of 27. I know, can you believe it? 27. And you can see their styling here with their HMP portfolios. We've started a tradition of giving the juniors their portfolios when they start in their pre-prac course in their junior year so that they can be ready when they go to conferences and internships and so forth, that they can carry proudly their HMP portfolios so people know just at a glance where they're coming from and they can look just that much more professional. And they're doing great. We had our ninth annual Shaping the Future event, which is a conference that we have now been hosting. We started hosting with ACHE, the American College of Healthcare Executives of Northern New England, way back in 2016. 2 years ago, the Northern New England chapter of the Healthcare Financial Management Association joined. So we now have had our second year of jointly hosting with both of these fabulous organizations that are very supportive of the HMP program. We really knocked it out of the park this year. We sold out 130 tickets to attend the event. We had probably 70 executives from across northern New England attending, and we had three great panels. One was led by our own alumni, Denny Robarge, who's down here, and it was just a great day of learning and networking for the students. We took, as usual, we took a group of students to the American College of Healthcare Executives Northern New England chapter conference, and this is a 2 day event. So the students come up on a Thursday afternoon, join in for a networking cocktail event, and dinner with the executives, and then they stay overnight in the hotel and participate in the meeting on Friday. To include, we have a tradition now, at the end of the meeting, a group of executives will stay behind, and we do speed networking with the students. And it's a really great opportunity for the students to have kind of 10-minute conversations. They bring, as you can see, they bring their portfolios, they bring their resumes, and they get a chance to kind of get to meet about 7 or 8 different executives from across northern New England. And it's a great opportunity. And the students are able to participate in this event because we use alumni donations, mainly from the 603 Challenge, to pay for their hotel rooms. So it's a really great opportunity for them to attend a conference. The organization allows them to attend for free. So it really all they have to do is get themselves there, and then everything else is provided for them. So it's a really great annual event now, and made even better by the fact that they can stay the night and get more exposure. Exciting also for those of you who have had spent many hours in Petty 114, we got new chairs. So these are the new chairs for Petty 114. Um, we're getting used to them. They're different. The writing surface is much better than, as you can remember, the little tiny cramped space. You know, it shrinks the number of people that we can get into the room, which is but at the same time, I think they're fabulous. Much more comfortable than the ones you remember. So, kind of zooming out, you may be aware UNH is facing a lot of budget challenges. And the thing that's really driving the budget challenges is declining undergraduate enrollment. So, I got here in 2015, and at that point, we had about 12,400 undergraduates enrolled at UNH. This year, we matriculated 10,600, and these are rough numbers, but they're within a margin of error. And we are currently projecting by 2030 that enrollments will drop to 8,000. Um, so this is problematic as you might imagine, for a whole number of reasons. The main one being that UNH is primarily funded by undergraduate and some graduate tuition. So having a 30% drop in enrollments in the undergraduate side is really problematic. That is coupled with the fact that the state, which already doesn't provide a lot of support to UNH, their their funding model is based on undergraduate enrollment. So when undergraduate enrollment goes down, the state's contribution to UNH's budget automatically goes down as well. Now, the good news is graduate enrollments are pretty stable. And that masters, professional masters, we continue to work on these, and I'll talk a little more about that in a minute. Um, Professional masters bring in funding for the university. Um, and the thing is that UNH is not alone. This is a secular trend kind of across the United States. Just the reality is there are fewer college age young people. So we have a shrinking population. This has nothing to do with UNH. Of that shrinking population of college aged young people, fewer of them are choosing to go to college. They don't see the value. Um, and so that's a case for us to make, to our potential students is, why come to college? Why come to UNH? Why HMP, of course. And then an interesting thing that is getting some visibility, and we've had some discussions about it, is the Southern schools, the SEC, have become really popular with the college age kids who do want to go to school. What they see is the big football stadiums and, the nice weather and all this, and they kind of we're losing. This is a much smaller problem than the fact that we just have fewer young people, and that fewer of them want to go to college. But it is a real challenge. UNH is doing some things to try to market. They send students. It's interesting. We actually get data on where, if a student applies to UNH, we get data on where they do wind up going. And so our admissions folks are sending, students who applied to UNH and then chose to go to a Southern school. We're sending them invitations to come home. So UNH is doing a lot to try to find a way to continue and to optimize. And the UNH president has said, so I'm not talking out of turn here, has put out pretty clearly that UNH is going to be smaller, and that's just a reality. We've had a 30% decrease in enrollments, and that's just the reality. So CHHS, the College of Health and Human Services, which is the college that the Department of Health Management and Policy is a part of, the dean has directed that the academic units look at reorganizing for efficiency. So looking at combining, most likely the outcome is combining. So currently have 7 departments plus the School of Nursing. The future state's not yet determined, but there's definitely a goal of like, hey, let's combine some departments. We can save on save on administrative overhead. So what I would, HMP is one of the smallest departments in the college, so it's likely that we will be merged with another academic unit. Um, our programs hang together, and I'm going to talk more about our programs here in a second. Wouldn't make a lot of sense to send, the BS and HMP to one department and or academic unit, and the MPH to someplace else. And so my thinking is we will likely move as a unit to join another unit, and we'll be okay. Uh, and the great thing is HMP was kind of already ahead of the game. We've been working on dealing with declining enrollments for a while. Um, so this year we successfully launched the a Bachelor of Science in Public Health, we're calling the BPH. This launched for officially for fall 2025. Unfortunately, because the process of creating a new degree is a really slow and cumbersome process, it didn't hit the catalog in time for students who are matriculating, who are coming as freshmen into UNH for fall 25 to enroll for fall 25. But we are starting to see students transfer in. We currently have 12 students who have transferred into the BPH, some coming out of the BS and HMP. That's fine. As long as they stay in the department, we're all good with wherever they want to go. The BPH is a really cool approach that I think we came up with. It's built on an HMP core, so the BPH and the HMP undergrad degree share about half of the courses. So the BPH students will take 7 HMP classes, and then they will take 6 more classes, 2 electives from each of 3 public health functions. So they'll take 2 classes in assessment, 2 classes in policy development, and 2 in assurance. And what we've done is found courses in other departments that fit these concepts, and students really get to kind of build their, choose their own adventure in terms of building out their electives. And I think it's appealing to a lot of students. And what's exciting is we have had, as of, I believe, December 10th, 75 applications for admission as freshmen for fall of 2026 into the BPH, which is about double what we have right now for admission into HMP. Now, we get a lot more applications than we actually and we admit a lot of students, and students who actually come. We typically get about 10 freshmen coming into HMP, into the BS and HMP, because I now have to distinguish between the BS HMP and the BPH. But we usually get about 10. Looking at these numbers, I hate to get out ahead of my skis too much, but I mean, I'm thinking we might see 20 additional students enrolling in the BPH, which would give the department 30 freshmen, which would be tripling the number of freshmen that we matriculate. And then, of course, all of you know that HMP grows dramatically starting freshman year. Many of you didn't matriculate as HMP majors. You found us later on. So, we are standing at the beginning, I think, of a real growth, which given the headwinds that UNH overall faces, I think is super exciting for the department. Now, we had some challenges with the MPH. So I mentioned earlier, we graduated our last cohort of part-time MPH students. What we decided to do was convert the MPH from a part-time in-person program at the Manchester campus to a full-time 1-year intensive in-person program here at the Durham campus. So starting next fall, knock on wood, we'll have our first cohort coming through. And so this program, you'll be able to complete your MPH in 12 months. So that means you're out of the workforce for just 12 months. We have a tuition reduction from UNH such that basically, leaving out some of the details here, you'd be able to go through this program, 12 months for less than 25,000. So that's really a great value. We've revised the curriculum so that it's more quantitative and more methods focused, giving our grads stronger skills to hit the workforce with. We're currently taking applications for a fall 26 start. So if you know anybody that might be interested in pursuing their MPH, this is a great opportunity. And we are working on creating what's called a 4+1, which would be basically if you're a BPH student, you'd be able to get automatic admission into the MPH, and you just roll over from your bachelor's degree into your master's degree, and be able to finish, graduate from UNH in 5 years with not only a bachelor's but a master's degree. So these are really exciting things. So just in conclusion, it's a great day to be a Wildcat. I am excited about what's happening here, and I'm excited about HMP. A lot of things are changing, but we continue to have just, fabulous students, fabulous staff, fabulous faculty, and of course, you all, fabulous alumni. We get so much support from you. I deeply appreciate that. Um, and really, it is an honor to serve here and to work with the students. So please reach out if you've got questions or just want to check in. I'd love to hear from you. Always looking for opportunities for our students, either for, internships or opportunities upon graduation, or if you've got jobs that you'd like to get out to um, other alumni. I'm happy to share that. Thanks again for your time, and see you soon.